What happens when comedy refuses to apologize? Few people test that question harder than Dave Chappelle, the man who can make millions laugh while setting Twitter on fire at the same time. In this video, we're breaking down the most viral moments where he clashed with woke culture. The first wave of controversy hit when Chappelle started riffing on the ever-growing LGBTQ acronym.
L-B-G-T-Q. I was like, what the is the Q? Does that even make sense, Q? Turns out Q is like the vowels. That is sometimes why. It's for gay dudes that don't really know they're gay. You know what I mean? Like prison are like, well, I'm not gay, nigga. I'm just sucking these to pass the time. I'm not G, I'm Q. Ugh. Of all those letters, the T has the toughest road ahead. In fact, I think the T should stand for tough road ahead. They've got the longest mental gap to bridge. That's all I'm saying. Because, you know, whenever I see one of them T's on the street, I don't mind them, but I'll be like, man, I miss Bruce. I'm sorry, guys. I'm 42. I remember Bruce Jenner. Before the Kardashians, before all that, this was a white American superhero. It was amazing. He was beating Africans at track and field. We'd never seen anything like it. He was on my cereal box growing up. You know how much of that cereal I ate? Nigga, I didn't know he was gonna do that. I knew before you guys knew. I heard things on the street in Hollywood. You know, you just be out, see people. Hey, what's up, Kanye? Why the long face? Nigga, you'll see. I got 2 mother-in-laws now. And when I heard he was gonna do it, I was scared. I didn't think the public was ready. I didn't think the media was ready. I was wrong. Not only did the public embrace him, but the media was nice. I'd never seen anything like it. Welcome to the world, Caitlin. So long, Bruce. Hello, Caitlin. I was shocked. Is this happening? Wait a minute, is this a time in American history when an American can make a decision for themselves? And even though other Americans don't understand it, they'll support it and let this person live a happy life? Is this what's happening? If it is, then good for America. That's Dave Chappelle, the American. Although Dave Chappelle, the black American, he was a little jealous. I was like, how the are transgender people beating black people in the discrimination Olympics? If the police shot half as many transgenders as they did niggas last year, it'd be a war in LA. I know black dudes in Brooklyn, hard street, that wear high heels just to feel safe. Transgenders are gangsters.
In another bit, he imagines walking into a men's restroom and realizing social rules have changed overnight. It's absurd, yes, but that's the point. He takes political talking points and throws them into real-world scenarios where they suddenly feel uncomfortable.
Doing a little shopping with my family. In Walmart with the poor whites rummaging around for mediocre goods and services. And then I gotta go to the restroom. Now I'm standing at the urinal taking a leak. And suddenly, a woman walks into the men's room. I'm gonna be like, that's strange. And then she stands shoulder to shoulder with me at the urinal. I'm gonna be like, ugh, what's going on with you? And then she hikes her skirt up and pulls a real live, meaty out. Well, what do you think I'm gonna say? Thank God she's in here with me. At least now I know my family's safe. No, I'm not gonna feel that way at all. I'm gonna feel very uncomfortable. I would feel better if it was a man with a backed up to the urinal next to me. I wouldn't even think about that. I'd just be like, that's funny. This guy is peeing out of his butt for some reason. Oh my God, he must be a veteran. Thank you for your service.
By the time Netflix dropped The Closer, the backlash from parts of the trans community was instant. Chappelle responded not with apology, but reflection. Comedy, he said, isn't meant to pick sides. It's meant to test limits.
You know who hates me the most? The transgender community. I mean, I didn't realize how bad it was. I was really mad about that last Netflix special. It's tough, man. I don't know what to do about it because I like them. Never had a problem with them. Around. As a matter of fact, I think I make fun of everybody. And I mean, as a group of people, they have to admit, it's kind of hilarious, man. I'm sorry, bro. It's like, I've never seen somebody in such a hilarious predicament not have a sense of humor about it. They're born feeling like there's something other than they're born as, and that's that's kind of funny, you know? I mean, it's funny if it's not happening to you. I believe transgenders. I don't understand them either, but I know they mean what they say. Them niggas cut their off. That's all the proof I need. I've never seen somebody just throw their away. Don't need it.
Next, he broadened the conversation. Referencing Manny Pacquiao's lost sponsorships, Chappelle pointed out how corporations use outrage as marketing.
Manny Pacquiao said some outlandish about gay people. Very, very not nice things that I won't repeat, but there was biblical verses, some analogies to animals. Nike took his shoes immediately, which I thought was a little harsh, because just because he's Asian, you know what I mean? You're gonna take shoes off Asian dude to appease a gay dude, you know what I mean? No, you don't know what I mean, but Asian people kind of know what I mean. Okay, you're Asian dude. No, I say this with no disrespect, but we're all Americans, right? And we can agree that America has a huge body count all over the world, but nowhere more than Asia. We have bombed the masculinity out of an entire continent. We dropped 2 atomic bombs on Japan, and they've been drawing Hello Kitty and ever since. There's a lot of lady boys in the wake of our bombs, and I know these things because my wife is Asian. She's Filipino. All right, well, okay, so that explains it. Now you know why you see me at all those Filipino events. I'm not there picking up, I'm dropping some off. I take my wife to all that. I took my wife to see Pacquiao fight Mayweather. We sat ringside. That was a quiet car ride home. That's what that was. But if you know what's popping in the Philippines, you know that they got a whole generation of kids in the Philippines growing up without their mothers. A lot of women in the Philippines go to the Arabian Peninsula, they come to the United States, they make all their money here, they send all that money back home, which is still one of the #1 staples in the Philippines economy, money that their expats send back to the Philippines. The men, on the other hand, are left rearing children, twiddling their thumbs, waiting on their wives' checks. These men have been emasculated. And then suddenly, a boxer rises from amongst them and reinstates their manhood with his fist. This is not the guy you're supposed to ask, what do you think of homosexuals? He's not your champ. That's why I don't have a sneaker deal, because if you say something that people don't like, they'll take your shoes off. If Martin Luther King had a sneaker deal, we'd still be on the back of the bus. Hi, Martin, we need you to tone down the talk of civil rights and blacks being humans. It's upsetting our distributors. But I don't understand. I thought that's why I had a sneaker deal in the first place. Not quite. Really, it's a walking shoe, and we like the marching, but try to understand. I understand why gay people are mad, and I empathize. You know what? I'm just telling you, this is a black dude. I support your movement, but if you want to take some advice from a Negro, pace yourself. These things take a while. Just because they passed the law doesn't mean they're gonna like it. Brown versus the Board of Education was in 1955. Somebody called me a nigga in traffic last Wednesday. It takes a minute.
At the Oscars, Chappelle found himself face to face with the machine of Hollywood wokeness through his made-up pitch about a gay superhero. Same hero, new boots. He exposed the industry's selective progressivism.
I'd never been to the Oscars. You've seen the movies I make. I knew I was gonna get in some trouble because when I was walking in the red carpet, the black press came after me. So when you hear somebody call you brother too much, something terrible's about to happen. Excuse me, brother. And then I look back and I had a tuxedo with the kente cloth tie. I said, uh-oh, I just want to ask you a couple questions. I said, what publication are you with? He said, me, I'm with the Daily Bongo. I said, Daily Bongo? Who the reads this? He said, listen, brother, I just want to ask you a quick question. You understand that this year, this is a boycott for the Oscars, so I'm just wondering what made you, of all people, cross the picket line and be here tonight. I said, boycott? Nigga, I haven't been working in 10 years. What do you mean boycott? I've been on strike. Y'all niggas didn't stop working. I had to watch Key and Peele do my show every night. Daily Bongo is what I said. I went to Oscars and had a wonderful time. I went to that green room. It was filled with so many stars, I couldn't even believe what I was seeing. Hollywood was seducing me all over again. I was sitting back there, I'm smoking, drinking with the stars. And then 2 Hollywood movie producers came over right to me. Oh my God, Dave Chappelle, said the leader one. He was obviously gay. Some guys you can just tell. The other one seemed like a money guy, like maybe he was from Texas or something. But the gay one was definitely the leader because he did all the talking. And then he hit me with, so David, do you have any movie ideas that you would like to pursue? The truth is, I don't. But if you know the game, you're not supposed to tell I don't have ideas. I was like, yeah, man, I got plenty of ideas. And he called my bluff. Really? Like what? Huh? Oh. And then I just started making up that I thought maybe he'd like to see. I said, I have a superhero idea. He goes, really? I go, yeah, he's a gay superhero. He was like, really? What's it called? Huh? Oh, it's called Same Hero, New Boots. It's about a gay sous chef in San Francisco. He gets bit by a radioactive rat on his shift when he's taking out the trash and is blessed with powers beyond his wildest dreams. Supersonic, gay kind of powers. He starts saving everybody in San Francisco. But at first, he only saves gay people. Later, he saves everybody, and the whole city just falls in love with him. The only problem is, no one remembers him when he saves them. Well, I don't understand. Why wouldn't they remember him? I said, because, dummy, he's gay. He keeps changing his outfit. Thanks for saving, mister. What's your name anyway? And he's like, same hero, new boots, and that flies away. He was like, I like it a lot. Texan didn't like that at all. That's impossible, gay superhero. I said, what? Well, I have others. I have a superhero you love because he's stronger than Superman and he fights for truth, justice, and the American way like Superman, but more than Superman. He beats up Mexicans for no reason. And he's like, you got my attention.
Then came the JK Rowling moment, the lightning rod of gender discourse. Chappelle defended Rowling's right to her opinion while poking at how online activism rebrands disagreement as hate.
They canceled JK Rowling. My God, JK Rowling wrote all the Harry Potter books by herself. She sold so many books, the Bible worries about her. And they canceled her because she said gender was a fact. And then the trans community got mad. They started calling her a TERF. I didn't even know what that was. But I know that trans people make up words to win arguments. TERF is an acronym. Stands for Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminists. This is a group of women that hate transgender. They don't hate transgender women, but they look at trans women the way we blacks might look at blackface. It offends them. Like, ooh, this doing an impression of me. I agree. Gender is a fact. You have to look at it from a woman's perspective. Caitlyn Jenner, whom I've met, wonderful person, was voted Woman of the Year. Her first year as a woman. Ain't that something? Beat everybody in Detroit. She's better than all of them. Never even had a period. Ain't that something? Oh, I'd be mad if I was a woman. I'd be mad if I was me. If I was in a BET Awards sitting there and they're like, and the winner for Nigger of the Year, Eminem, my man. I am not saying that to say that trans women aren't women. I am just saying that those that they got, you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's not, but that's like beyond impossible pussy. You know what I mean? It tastes like, but that's not quite what it is. It's not blood, that's beet juice. Oh, buddy, I'm in trouble now.
Cue the Daybaby bit. Chappelle contrasts violence and outrage, unaliving someone barely dents a rapper's career, but hurting feelings ends it overnight.
I'd like to start by addressing the LGBTQ community directly. And I hope to negotiate the release of DaBaby. DaBaby was the #1 streaming artist until about a couple weeks ago. He took a nasty spill on stage, said some wild stuff about the LGBTQ community during a concert in Florida. Now, you know I go hard in the paint, but even I saw that. It was like, damn, DaBaby. He pushed the button, punched the LGBTQ community right in the AIDS. But, you know, a lot of the LGBTQ community doesn't know DaBaby's history. He's a wild guy. He once shot a nigga and killed him in Walmart. Oh, this is true. Google it. DaBaby shot and killed a nigga in Walmart in North Carolina. Nothing bad happened to his career. Do you see where I'm going with this? In our country, you shoot and nigga, but you better not hurt a gay person's feelings.
He closes with something smaller, a domestic story about his wife's gay friends. It's funny, personal, and disarming.
My wife has a lot of gay friends. Stuart's their leader. She has a lot of gay friends, and I don't like them. Not because they're gay, I'm just judging them on the merits of their character. They're just not nice dudes. They're rude house guests. They're sitting on my couch, giggling with my wife, eating my macaroons. And I come in, they act like the party's over. Hey, Stuart, what's going on? This guy talks to me the way a cat would speak if a cat could talk. Hi, David. Stuart, what's all the beef, man? What's going on? He always wants to have some kind of gay political argument. The last one was about a petition in federal court to take the words husband and wife out of the law. I said, well, why would you want those words out the law? He said, because it discriminates against same-sex couples. I was like, niggas, please save me the semantics. Just trust me, take your chips and get to the casino. You're about to crap out. Just go outside, talk that over amongst yourselves, and whichever one of you is gayer, that's the wife.
Whether you see him as brave or problematic, Chappelle refuses to let fear dictate speech. So what was your favorite moment? Tell us in the comments.